I'd underlined this quote: "One cannot always make the summit, or the mountain loses its mystery." I didn't get it. I thought it was a cop-out. I heard the other expeditions shuffling in the snow. It was still dark. It took over an hour to boil snow, to fill our water bottles and make tea. Tea was the only thing I could choke down for breakfast at 19,000 feet. Altitude has a way of robbing me of sleep, appetite, and sometimes sanity. But not today. Today I was strong. It was bitter cold as we started the ascent, with the sun at our backs. It was straightforward. One step, one breath, plunged us ahead through the snow towards the Independencia hut. The 6 of us had pulled together as an expedition. We had spent the past 11 days climbing together. We were on the tallest mountain in the Western Hemisphere, Aconcagua, and we had been working for this mountain for a year. As we climbed higher on the hypothermia traverse, each step was enough to make my body want to turn around. But my head was strong and the summit was within reach. The temperatures dropped and the wind picked up. My feet were numb and my head throbbed with every escalated heartbeat. The conversation was dry encouragement. Good job. Keep going. But 2 breaths wasted on words was enough. At 22,000 feet, we rested at the Canaleta, the last challenging push. I didn't want to talk, drink, or think. I just needed to keep moving. I had not felt my toes for hours, and it was here that we had our first view of the summit. It was only another 700 feet, but the ominous clouds in the sky were the dominating feature. They had been lingering on the horizon and were building. I knew that I had to beat the storm, and I hoped that moving faster would help warm my feet. The chaotic shouts between the team were sucked away into the wind. I didn't know how much time passed or what happened, but before I could understand, I was following my intuition in the opposite direction, back to camp. Tears blinded my eyes, and I looked into the faces still advancing. Don't they know it's dangerous? Don't they see the storm? Why were Adam and Seth still summiting without me? The weight of failure was heavy. Clouds engulfed us, and the snow came down hard. Each time I caught my breath, I looked back at the invisible summit. I should go back. I can catch them. I can still make it. When we were back at the Independencia hut, I collapsed into Kevin's lap. We all cried. We had been robbed of the summit, and we were consumed by it. Too weak to do this myself, Pat took off my boots and held my frozen feet to his stomach. This is what I had trained for. Our flight lifted off the ground from Mendoza, and I looked out the window as we gained elevation. We flew over the majestic Andes, and from my window, I saw the towering summit of Aconcagua, cloudless and still. One cannot always make the summit, or the mountain loses its mystery.